Yeah. We most certainly can.
All right. Let's do it, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. This is. I'm sorry. I got excited.
Go ahead then.
Oh, I mean, you jumped in. I didn't want to knock your hustle, player.
I thought you were throwing it to me. I didn't realize that you were not. So go ahead. Do your thing.
I'm sorry.
I'm here.
Sure.
I'm just.
Because you introed the last couple. I want you to be like, you
no,
don't even intro no more, nigga.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
All right. This is the Let's Have a Real Conversation podcast with
Dashing D.
And I'm Chris with a K.
Is Chris back?
Chris never left.
Chris has returned.
I feel like Chris never left. He's been behind the scenes, getting people their drinks.
He did make me a cocktail.
You know what I mean? I got... So this could be less of a yawn fest. I got my... You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, let's not.
Because last pod...
We were tired. We were both
tired.
I mean...
We was like,
one of us was more tired than the other.
Yo, you weren't.
Yeah, but I was definitely tired.
I mean, I was exhausted. I'm not going to front. But we made it. And like we said at the last pod, we pushed through.
We did.
And we are here. And this is episode number...
Episode 10! Click, 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 click. That's why I'm drinking my drink.
Holler.
You want
to tell the folks what you're sipping on?
A little libation. Holler. Liquid courage. A little liquid courage, a little Snapple.
Holler.
The pear flavor.
Is this the fake cactus one?
Yes.
All right, it's fine. It's not for the pod.
I see the judgment on your face.
I got a lot of judgment today, baby. Don't worry.
I just don't understand. Like, don't judge me for drinking my
I wish
pear
I had a
Snapple.
gavel because it's a lot of judgment.
There's going to be a lot of judgment, but a little rum.
So what's up? We keeping
Snapple.
Chris or Chris is out of here? What you? I mean, there's only two of us. We got to vote on it.
I did say that episode 10 we would have to
because first you said
Chris's
like
fate.
Episode 2, Chris was out of here on episode 6, and then we said by episode 10 we're gonna make a decision, and this is episode 10.
Why did it take Chris 10 episodes to make me a cocktail?
I mean, how many times did you ask him for a cocktail?
Too many times.
Oh, well then maybe he gotta go.
He's a terrible intern. A really nice guy though.
Listen, the thing about interns is, they fresh. They don't have any experience.
Real green.
Right.
Yeah. You're right.
So, we gotta mold him like the clay that he is.
You believe the children are our future?
I believe the children are our future.
Okay. All right.
I ain't gonna sing it, but y'all know it. Y'all know it.
I'm not gonna sing today. I'm not gonna have any outbursts today.
I'm gonna have outbursts, but it won't be from singing.
But that's probably a lie. I can't really
because when the Remy's in the system,
ain't no telling.
Will I fuck him? Will I diss him?
That's what they be yelling.
All right, let's.
Okay.
We don't need
all right. All right.
All right, so we made it 10.
Let's get started.
Let's get it popping. Let's try to work with Chris a little more.
We can try, but I don't know.
See what happens.
Episode 15, guys. Let me know what you think.
15. Should we keep Chris? What y'all think? Put it in the comments.
Please. So where do we start? There's a lot to get to.
You want to start with love? You want to start with hate? You want to start with laughs?
Should we start with the biggest one?
Or
should we leave the biggest one for last?
It depends who you feel is the biggest one.
Well, not necessarily the bigger star, but the bigger story.
I mean, you got our list, so why don't you take a look and see what you're feeling like? I'll let you lead the way, player.
Let me see what we got here. Okay, well let's get the announcement out of the way because that one's quick. Yeah, we could get through that pretty quickly, right?
Beyonce.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe I found something out. I don't know if you know.
Okay.
So let's start over here for them. So, ladies and gentlemen, Beyonce broke the internet as she always does, simply by announcing in the end of July, I've got an album coming. And a matter of fact, get your bundles now. Pre-order your bundles, baby.
Yeah, you don't know what the t-shirt looks like. You don't know what the CD, there's going to be a CD.
CD, where are they going to play that? I mean, I'm an old school kind of guy.
So
I got places that could play CDs. I'm not going to say what I got that play CDs, but I have devices that play CDs. Do you have devices that play CDs?
My last device that could play CDs, I sold it.
So you can't even get a bundle.
I was trying to get... I'm going to be real honest with y'all. I was trying to get that nigga shit out of my house. I mean, it was mine, but he bought it for me. So, you know, sometimes you gotta sage the area, but you can't do that if you still have, you know, remnants of...
I'm keeping everything.
Nah.
I'm not holding back on here no more. Fuck that. Fuck that.
I'm
caressing dresses too much up here.
Here's the thing, right?
I'm keeping everything.
Let me explain.
What you bought me, a PS5?
Let me explain.
Thanks, X. Shit, I got a TV in my crib right now from an X.
Let me explain.
Thanks. Hope you're watching.
Let me explain. Okay. Typically, I keep things from exes. I don't have an emotional attachment to things the way some people do, right? And so I don't have a problem keeping certain things in my house. Like, especially, if you buy me a TV...
Not giving that shit away.
Okay. And if you've ever listened to my podcast...
Shout it out. Tell them where they can find it.
Hardly Minding My Business, wherever you get your podcast.
Talk to them.
People who have been listening for a long time know that I don't buy electronics. I just don't. I've never needed to. Because someone always buys them for me.
It's a good life.
So, that being said... I went through a period where I was just like, oh man, like, you know, I was having like really weird dating experiences. And I was like, is it bad juju that I'm keeping a lot of this stuff in my house? Like, I'm not really sure.
Nope.
What should I do here?
Keep it.
And then I was moving. I was moving and I was like, what should I do? So I had a game console.
And you gave that shit away?
It was actually a special edition Wii. Is the red Wii. And I sold it. And that was like my way of like saging the house by getting rid of the Wii.
Did you get top dollar for this shit?
I don't even want to talk about how much money I got because it was like
that sounds like
it was one of those trade-in sites.
Oh nah, you ain't get the top dollar.
So I sent it in and they quoted me one number and then they sent me back way less than that. And they were like, oh, you didn't send all the parts, which is completely
This is why I be keeping shit.
But typically I keep my stuff. I don't get rid of stuff just because I broke up with somebody. That's silly.
I'm keeping it.
That I got rid of though, because I was like, maybe
possession is 9/10 of the law.
Maybe I just, I don't know, but I got to get this. I got to get all of this out of my house.
Fuck that. I could hate you. I'm keeping it. I could be like crying in my room.
Turns on the TV.
Click.
No,
I'll be crying watching the TV.
Listen, I am totally. I am totally in support of that. I really am. Okay. It's just that I don't know. I was going through some shit and I was like, maybe I'm not thinking clearly about this.
I thought about that shit one time because
this is the one time I thought about it too.
I hate the person, and I don't hate a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I hate the person.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I'm not giving away a PlayStation.
Oh no, you should not give away a PlayStation. But honestly,
I did think about it though. Like I walked in the crib angry and was like, let's just say this was the PlayStation. I'm like, look at this fucking PlayStation. The fuck I should break this shit.
But here's the thing, I really didn't use the Wii.
Fuck I'm gonna do with this PlayStation. Yo, I know like 3 niggas that will buy one right now. Yo, fuck that bitch and this PlayStation. Oh my God. But then I wanted to watch a movie and was like, all right, but if I break the PlayStation,
right?
If I break the PlayStation, what am I watch a movie on?
Yeah,
nothing. Insert movie.
I don't think you should get rid of things like that.
You did.
But I'm telling you,
special edition Wii. You lucky we name our episodes a specific way, because that would be the name of this episode. Special edition.
The special edition
Isn't there a song called Special Edition?
The special delivery.
I know that immediately popped up in my head.
But the special edition was cool. It was just that by the time, like, you know what it was? I started to try to put apps like Netflix on it, and I tried to
You're trying to do too much.
And then I would put CDs and DVDs in there, and after a while it wouldn't work. It was just kind of outdated. So I was like, this, and my dates are going weird. Maybe the spirit of this man is just haunting.
You probably just ain't update the weed.
No, I did. And I didn't really use it much. Like,
you wasn't getting your Wii Fitness in?
Nah, I let somebody borrow my Wii Fit.
Yo. I could do a whole pod about letting people borrow shit, but we're gonna keep it moving.
I let somebody borrow my Wii Fit, and it's still at their house. So,
yo, letting people borrow shit is the fucking worst.
Especially somebody who's not using it. Yeah.
The fucking worst. All right, let's keep it moving. So we'll start with.
So, okay.
Oh, Beyonce. Sorry. Back to Beyonce. So Queen B announced her album is coming in late July. She put out a bundle.
July 29th, guys.
Oh, I didn't even know the exact date.
July 29th.
High five. Excuse the left.
I mean, listen,
Teamwork make a dream work.
Always.
And yeah, the internet is buzzing.
It is
buzzing.
People already bought the bundles.
They have
no idea what the bundles are going to include.
Tell them about the poses.
Oh yeah, there's different poses.
Your favorite part.
So I guess each T-shirt is gonna have like a different pose on it, and each CD cover is gonna have a different pose on it. So it just says pose 1, pose 2, pose 3, pose 4. You pay $35. You get the CD. You get some sort of collector's box and a T-shirt. Maybe one other thing, like a booklet, I think, that comes with a poster. I'm sorry, but it just gave me... Can I say this?
You can say whatever the fuck you want. Let's have a real conversation.
It gave me like Word Up magazine vibes.
Now I want to listen to Biggie.
And I loved that when I was younger. Because I'm young.
Maybe that's what she's trying to appeal to. She's trying to give them throwback vibes. Look at it like this. You got the CD, throwback vibes.
Right, yeah.
You got the booklet with the limited edition. You know what I'm saying? Hang your shit up. Who knows? A month from now, we might come in. This might not even be here no more. You might have...
Nah.
No? You're not going to have Queen B up there with the shirt right here so I can start...
I'm going to be real honest with you. I'm going to get a lot of shit for this.
It's your platform.
Beyonce is cool, but...
And now a break from our sponsors. No, I'm just kidding.
I have a very complicated relationship with Beyonce.
Because she was married when she put out Single Ladies?
Well, no, but that is a thing that I think about sometimes. But no, I'm not into the music the way that everyone else is. I've only listened to 2 Beyonce albums in their entirety.
In the history of Beyonce?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
excuse me. I lie. Okay. Initially, I had only listened to 2. So I loved her first album, Dangerously in Love.
Okay.
And I played that out. And then after that, all the gimmicky, catchy songs that the girls in the club would dance to, music came out, and I didn't care anymore.
So you didn't listen to Sasha Fierce?
No.
Oh, that's a good album.
And then...
That's my favorite Beyonce album.
And then I started... Well, technically, we can call this my favorite Beyonce album by default. But then I started a job, and the girls who sat near me, I guess 4 had just come out.
Okay.
And they played that album over and over and over again. I had no choice but to learn the songs and like it.
What's on 4?
Party? Yeah.
Love on Top?
Yeah.
Okay, I know it.
So I thought that was a good album. I was entertained by that album. I know most of the songs on that album. Yeah, but and then last year, I know I'm gonna get a lot of shit for this.
It's your platform.
Last year, in the year 2021, I listened to Lemonade. I told you I have not been interested. I have not been interested. I listened to Lemonade last year because, people said, "Oh, but you should connect with it. You're a woman of a certain age. You've been through some shit. Like you should be able to connect with the Lemonade album." I won't give a full breakdown of what I thought here. It's on my podcast if you want to hear it.
Tell them the name of the podcast. Tell them again.
Hardly Minding My Business.
There you go.
With Dashing D. So, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. I'm going to get a lot of shit for saying my opinion of Beyonce. I just I don't connect with Beyonce's music the way that the entire world connects with it. And I asked you off the pod. I actually wanted to open the pod this way, and I guess we kind of shifted into a different direction. But I asked you, what is a song that you absolutely hate, but you know all the words to? And I kind of feel that about Beyonce singles. I know the words to them, and I can sing along to them, and I can pretend real good that I like them.
Why do you have to pretend?
Because everyone else likes them.
So just don't like it. Be a hater and stand in it. I do that shit all the time.
No, and I'm fine with being a hater and standing in it. It's
like
just
some Drake shit will come on, and I'll know all the words, and I'll be standing there like.
But people who love Beyonce are different from people who love Drake. Some of those people are the same.
They might be cousins.
Some of those people are the same people though, but it's a different reaction. Like people will allow you to not like Drake. People say all types of shit about you if you don't like.
Who allows you to not like Drake?
No, it is not the same. It is not the same as the way people dislike people who don't like Beyonce. And I'm not even saying I don't like Beyonce. Honestly, you know what hooked me into Beyonce and made me want to pay more attention to her was Homecoming on Netflix.
Okay.
I've seen that a bunch of times because I just thought it was an incredible performance. And I've only seen her live once, and it was at the very beginning of her career. So to me, that doesn't even count because I haven't seen the whole Sasha Fierce persona come alive and all of that. I haven't, but that was mainly because I wasn't interested in like I'm diva. I'm a
how it goes?
No. No, but
that's all right. That's what I'm gonna do.
I'm diva. But I wanna be clear about something. I think Beyonce is great. I think that she is a huge talent, and I think she's great. I think there are a lot of people who are great, but I don't, care to like run to buy their bundle when they put it out there, and I have no idea what is going to be on the t-shirt and whatever, because I actually wear my t-shirts. I don't just keep them to put them up on a shelf.
You don't hang them up on the wall?
No.
Okay.
The clothes that you guys see here, I actually wear. So
even the leopard?
Even the leopard.
Illegal leopard.
When it's time to wear the leopard, I do wear the leopard. Yeah, I just don't. I'm just gonna
mute this.
She doesn't do it for me in the way that she does it for everyone else. And I say everyone else because it's everyone else. Everyone loves Beyonce. And that's why I'm not allowed to speak freely about the way I feel. Because, people are like, oh my gosh, you don't like Beyonce? What's wrong with you? Or they'll say things like people who don't like Beyonce can't be trusted. And then don't fucking trust me.
People can't be trusted because they don't like Beyonce.
You've never heard anybody say that?
No, but that's mad funny.
Don't trust me then.
That is hilarious.
And again, it's not a dislike. It's just, again, I feel like I gravitate towards music I connect with.
Right.
And I don't connect with her music the way that people are like crying and desperate to like get to her concert so they can like feel her sweat splash on them and all kinds of
COVID
crap like that. And I'm not really into it like that. I just don't.
The COVIDity.
Yeah. But, I'll listen to the album.
Okay, so Here's the part I don't know if you know, but apparently this album is called
Renaissance.
The Renaissance
Act 1.
Act 1.
It's a double album. Or maybe it's multiple parts. We don't really know. But she's alluding to the fact that it's a double album.
Or there's multiple pieces coming.
Right. Yes, I did know that.
Maybe she's going back to back.
Maybe.
Back to back, like, never mind.
Maybe it's a movie. She loves to do visual
she's great at
art.
it. That she's great at.
She is, and that's the thing. That's the thing that I love about her is that I love everything outside of the music. Like everything that she does, or even around her music, like the visuals and the involvement that she's had with like Disney and all of that stuff. I think she does incredible things. I think she makes incredible art. It's just the music that I'm like, I could take it, I could leave it, I don't really care. But that's why I say she's a huge talent, and I don't ever want anyone to think that I'm like, oh, fuck her, like she's not talented. I'm not one of those people who says, oh, she can't sing or anything like that. First of all, her mom makes it very clear because I don't follow Beyonce, but I follow her mom because her mom is entertaining, and she rides for her daughters. Like she
can't be mad at that.
She will ride for them. She will make sure if anybody says anything about Solange, she'll be right there to let y'all know what the real deal is. Anybody says anything, when Trick Daddy said that Beyonce couldn't sing, she was like, wait, let me go back to when Beyonce was in the 3rd grade.
Holler. Because I got that footage.
And she was hitting the high notes. And she was killing it. And then we're going to fast forward to when she turned 35.
And could still do it.
And could still do it and do it even better.
Best mom.
I mean, today she posted something where Beyonce was singing. She was doing a collab with Justin Timberlake.
Okay.
And she sang in the booth. And you could see Justin Timberlake after, speaking of Justin Timberlake, you could see Justin Timberlake afterwards going, what did he say? He said, what is wrong with you? But that was his way of saying, like, goddamn, how did you do that? So no, I'm not one of those people who thinks that she's not talented or she can't sing or anything like that. The music, whatever. But the visuals, the Homecoming was incredible. Yeah, I could watch that any day of the week. I didn't realize our conversation about Beyonce would be lengthy.
I already
know.
So how many bundles you bought?
I didn't buy any. I mean, I think I made it clear that
I know I'm
not buying something I haven't seen. I don't understand. And people are on the internet like, Beyonce could get all my money. I don't even care what it is. I do.
Now I
work hard for my money.
I will say one thing. That is the shit you could flip.
Sure.
Like if you pre-bought 3 or 4 bundles, definitely could flip that shit later.
Did you buy any?
Oh, I mean, I bought all 4 they allowed.
Oh, okay.
Psych! I didn't buy no fucking Beyonce bundle. What am I gonna do with that?
You just said you could flip them.
I'm not in the flipping business.
Okay, well.
But, go ahead. I don't want you to spit out your drink. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready.
But speaking of flipping, what the fuck was Justin Timberlake doing?
Okay, so this just happened.
This just breaking
happened
news.
Right before we started to pod, the Shade Root posted a video.
DC, beat your feet.
Of Justin Timberlake beating his feet.
All right, we gotta give context.
At a concert.
What the fuck
DC.
is beating your feet?
Okay, so
you take a whip and
no.
Oh, okay.
So in DC culture, go-go music is very popular.
Yes.
And the type of dance that is done to go-go music is beating of the feet. So people from DC, if you say, oh, you beat your feet or whatever, they know what that means. That fires something off in them the way that it wouldn't.
It's like
thing.
When you walk in and you hear Cash Money Millionaires.
For the 99s and all you gotta hear is the 99s and the 2000s, and then
and you get straight to it.
Yes, the 99s and the
straight
2000s.
Straight into the Bob's Burger gift.
Listen,
I'm gonna put it on the screen.
The 99s and the 2000s is
just like
all
that.
You have to hear.
Just like that.
It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you're doing. They could put on 99s and 2000s in church, and people will get on their knees.
I want to go to that church.
I'm sure you do.
That's the Church of Hip Hop.
Yeah.
They worship hip hop in that house? Not the Lord? The Lord is hip hop?
I mean,
What God they pray to in that church?
I don't know.
I got it. We might have to trademark that.
But listen,
the Church of Hip Hop?
The Church of Hip Hop.
Definitely could walk in and feel the spirit.
Yes, from the 99s and the 2000s.
That's the walk-in music.
Yeah.
That's how you know down the block on the big speakers. Mm-hmm. Oh, church about to start. I hear the church song.
Right. So it is like that. And Justin Timberlake attempted to do it.
I'm sorry, my brain is just running with thoughts of the hip hop church now. Okay. Like, do they pray to Juicy? Like,
did you see the song or did you see the person?
Did you see the song?
I'm just
trying to get some money.
I'm checking
to feed my daughter.
Okay.
You guys just bow your heads. We're gonna pray. And then Juicy comes on.
Yeah, I can see it. I'm
saying.
Yeah. I see it.
I could totally.
I see it. I think let's make it happen. You want to start the church? You want to start a church?
Yo, tax-free dollars. Yeah, I think we pod now. I'll be live streaming church.
You live streaming from church?
You know what I'm saying?
So you're the pastor of the church.
Right. And the Lord said, if you don't know, now you know.
Okay. All right.
I need y'all to turn to your books. We're going to turn to Life After Death. That's in the Biggie Smalls chapter. Yes, sir. Yes. And please turn to Sky is the Limit. Sky is the limit. No, because I know it's been a hard week. Inflation is up.
All right.
Please turn to Sky is the Limit.
Sky is the limit. Amen.
Sky is the limit.
Amen.
That's it.
That's the sermon?
No, that's how you start. I can't give him the whole thing for free. We still got a pod to do.
I thought you were gonna give him at least a little bit of the sermon.
You want a little something?
A little something.
I mean, I didn't have nothing written down. Let me get my book. No, I'm just kidding. Nigga said I have nothing written down. Right. But since you mentioned it, where's my book?
I got it right here.
So actually, I've been ready for this my whole life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nigga said, birthdays was the worst days. It sure was. You know you gotta have a hype man in the back.
Now we sip champagne.
You see? Right. And now
we're thirsty.
Now we sip champagne. When we thirsty.
Praise the hip hop gods.
You see?
Praise them.
You know what I'm saying?
Praise them.
You gotta put the books together too. Like, the Christian Bible has like John, Luke, Mark. Well, all them dudes.
So what are we gonna have?
You got to have like Biggie,
Sean.
Oh, real names?
Yeah.
Nah, I would keep it as hip hop names.
Nah. I think you use their first names, their real first names.
I don't know. We're gonna have to have a council meeting about that.
I would do
because you know what happens? It gets confusing from the outside people. Before you ever heard of this church, you heard of Biggie,
right? But those who know.
Okay.
And who need to know will learn.
And if you don't know.
Now you know.
Nigga. Let's keep it moving.
Okay.
So Justin Timberlake
was beating his feet. Or attempted to.
Hokey pokey.
And the internet had a field day.
Oh man, they was killing him. Should we read some tweets?
They said, sure.
You want to get it?
Let's read the
Go
tweets.
Ahead. Get it.
Okay.
I'm gonna sip champagne.
You're gonna put the video up, right?
Oh, you know it. Matter of fact, if you're watching the video, check it out.
DC, get your feet.
Come on, Justin Timberlake. How was we supposed to beat our feet to Sexy Back? Yeah, because
that was the wrong song. As soon as you told me.
Yeah.
Because I know. As soon as I got here, D was like, yo, you heard about Timberlake? You want to talk about it on the pod? I'm like, what Timberlake did? He sold his music again? I thought he already sold his rights. She like, no, look. And as soon as the music came on, I'm like, but whatever dance he about to do, this the wrong song.
Right. Yeah. Some songs, because I wanted to see what it really was supposed to look like. So I went on YouTube and I did some research. And yes, some songs get, just like anything else, some songs people just put the go-go beat on top of it. And I don't know, I can't tell from the video that they did that. It doesn't sound like they did.
It does not sound like it. It sounds like regular old bringing sexy back.
Right. But like they put it over a Kendrick song and it sounded really cool. Oh. And there was like a whole, they did I think they called it a go-go cypher.
Oh, okay.
Where they had a bunch of people dancing and beating their feet and whatnot. That looked like the real thing. What Justin did was like you do the hokey pokey and you move yourself around.
That nigga said you put your right foot in, take the right foot out.
Right.
He was trying to hokey pokey up there. All right, next to it.
Did Justin Timberlake just try to beat his feet? You can tell from his face he'd been practicing for just that moment. Mans was locked in to what I truly don't know. Imagine if Justin Timberlake actually beat the shit out his feet.
That'd have been crazy.
Justin Timberlake was up there trying to beat his feet. He almost had it, but he lost me when he started smacking the bottom of his shoes. What the fuck?
That was weird.
Right, because he, I guess, took it literally. He goes, okay, Justin Timberlake, DC, beat your feet, starts river dancing with a splash of...
Because that's what it looked like, a little bit of crip walking, right?
Yeah.
With a little bit of crip walking.
This one was good. Niggas wilding in broad daylight in Tyson. Joe Biden fell off a bike standing still. Can we talk about the fact that Joe Biden fell off a bike standing still?
No, that's not part of this.
Weird.
That's not what we do either.
I'm just saying, though.
You're on your pod. Say it again. What's the name of your pod?
Hardly Minding My Business.
There you go.
I'm still not talking about Joe Biden on my podcast.
Oh,
but I mean, he fell off his bike and never mind. Anyway. Niggas feasted on toes on the blue line. I don't know what that's about, but okay. If you like putting toes in your mouth, then more power to you. Justin Timberlake yelling, beat your feet. And, well, this person said he was blood walking.
Oh, well.
Something real live in the water.
Oh, well.
That's what they saying.
You know.
Oh. This one you wouldn't know unless you saw it, so I won't even read that one. Not Justin Timberlake trying to beat his feet at his show in DC. If there was ever a time to actually throw a tomato, that was my favorite one.
That would have been funny as hell.
That was my favorite one. I liked
that nigga said, oh. That would have been funny.
Wouldn't it be great if we actually could throw tomatoes at shows? Anyway.
I mean, you can, but you're going to be escorted out.
But that's what I'm saying. Oh. If it was like... sanctioned. Okay, laughing my fucking ass off. They said Justin Timberlake said DC beat your feet and he proceeded to do the hokey pokey.
Yeah.
And this last one says I could have went the rest of my life without seeing Justin Timberlake beat his feet. I'm really curious to know what Pharrell had to say about that. Most things just don't need to be gentrified.
And that's true.
Yeah.
That is so true. Should we talk about Drake next? Speaking of gentrification. Did I go too far? All right, we don't have to. We can wait.
You think
Jake from State Farm?
First of all, okay, speaking of Jake from State Farm, real quick. Jake from State Farm is on the scene. Jake from State Farm hangs out with the rappers.
Okay, but wait.
He be at all the Hollywood parties.
Okay, wait. But is he there as Jake from State Farm?
No.
Or is it just the actor is cool?
No, he's like wearing regular clothes most of the time.
That's what I'm saying. It's the
Unless
actor.
There's some sort of activation, yeah.
I ain't mad at him.
I'm not mad at him either. I just think it's funny that he's Jake from State Farm. And the persona of Jake from State Farm is not necessarily the cool guy that hangs out with the rappers. So it's kind of funny that Jake from State Farm, whose name is like Anthony or something like that, he's always with the rappers and the basketball players.
He's Ant on the block.
Yeah. Is it
on the block? Like, yo, what up, Ant?
I don't actually think his name is Anthony, but
are you about to look it up?
Yeah, because
Because you're a good journalist.
Since I said it.
No, you're a good journalist.
Thank you.
That's what you're supposed to do.
The character was played by Jake Stone.
The original?
A real State Farm employee. That's the first thing that popped up.
Oh, that's gangster.
Yeah, but what? Yeah, because I've been wondering about the original Jake from State Farm. He was a white man. Do y'all remember him? Who he goes, the woman gets on the phone after her husband had been talking to him, and she's like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Jake from State Farm. And she's like, what are you wearing? He's like, khakis.
Khakis.
Whatever happened to that guy? But apparently he was an actual
That nigga probably wanted real money. It was like, yo, I put y'all niggas on the map.
Right.
Pay me twice. And they was like, nah, we got other people who could do this.
Right. His name is Kevin.
Kev
be out there just hanging out and like living his best Hollywood life. Let me see if I've seen him,
because you asked me off pod, have I seen him before? Let me see. Specs.
That's him.
I have not.
He's in a bunch of I think the commercials are more interesting now that he does it.
I mean, that's what we do.
But yeah, I've been thinking about the white Jake from State Farm just because, and I don't really think about white men much, but I've been thinking about him because I was like, what happened to him and his khakis? Anyway, neither here nor there. So,
got a new Jake.
Where were we going with this?
You ready for Drake or should we wait?
Drake, because I said Jake. Okay, Drake.
Should we?
Drake snuck an album out.
What else on our list before?
Drake.
Because this going to be a doozy and we might have to make one.
So, Verzuz is coming up. There's a new one coming up this week.
Thursday. This is not an ad. But Swiss. Timbo.
Holla.
Triller.
At us.
We take payments.
Cash App.
Zelle. Venmo.
I don't have it downloaded, but I will.
We got it.
They've been trying to offer me $10 just for, doing a transaction. I could get down with that.
That could be your first transaction.
That could be my first transaction.
Accounts receivable.
Yes, from Triller. And make sure that check clears.
If it don't clear, we can't put the ad up.
If
Sorry.
it don't make dollars.
It don't make sense.
Exactly.
Holler.
Come, please.
See?
Listen.
Back to the church.
The church of hip hop.
I dig deeper, but still coming up with lint.
Right. Let's pass around the collection plate for let's have a real conversation.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Pass that.
All right.
Pass the Dutchie pun. Pass the...
Music made me jump. Can I tell you something about Pass the Dutchie? Okay, I know I'm going off on a tangent a lot today. Pass the Dutchie was... My dad had it on vinyl. He had a lot of shit on vinyl, but...
All right, time out. Let's have a real conversation.
What?
So your dad was in the crib rolling up big ass blunts?
That's not what I'm saying.
Listen, I
have never seen my dad with any sort of... today it is not considered contraband, but back then it would have been, right? I've never seen my dad do anything other than have a drink.
He was rolling big carpet-sized blunts?
No.
He was telling your mom, honey, get that side.
And I think he's lying when I asked him one day, I finally just said, hey, Dad, have you ever... And he was like, well, because my mom... I don't want to put all my mom's business out there, but my mom would be honest about things like that. Like if you ask her, hey, did you do this as a kid or whatever, she'll answer you. I won't say what she said, but my dad was like, nah, I've never done anything like that. I'm like, you lying?
Yeah.
You lying to me?
Yes.
I'm grown. Why are you lying?
Because sometimes you got to keep the lie. As a parent, if you like, listen, man, I always loved your mom. She was great. God. She always did her best. Knowing that none of that shit is true, you can't wait till your kid is 22 and be like, all right, nigga, let me let you know your mom ain't never been shit.
Right.
She won't never be shit. And actually, I bought all them Christmas presents. You can't do that shit after you done said the lie.
I hear you. I don't know. But
that's why kids be devastated when they find out there's no Santa Claus. Because you done kept alive for whatever, 6, 8, 10 years, however old.
I hope nobody's watching this with their kids.
If you're watching this with your kids, you really need to go to the House of Hip Hop, our church, and come let us put hands on you.
What? I don't. This took a turn. I don't know. What are you saying?
Yo, because at church, that's what they do. They be like, all right, who up here needs to have, I don't know how they word this shit. I don't go to church, but you know what I'm talking about? And they be like, oh, who in the crowd, or what do they say? They don't say crowd at church, but they say who in the
congregation?
Maybe. I don't know if y'all know what they say. Put it in the comments. I don't go to church. But they say, yeah, who here today needs to be prayed for? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And maybe there's somebody here, I feel it. The Lord is telling me someone here today is full of sin.
Somebody needs to be saved.
Then like 12 people just go up. Somebody always be trying to get their family member to go up and shit. They be like, come on, honey. You need to, you be like, nigga, what the fuck? You getting pulled? You like, nigga, let go. Mm-hmm. Can you let go? I don't want to be saved, nigga. I'm trying I like sinning. I told y'all I'm here to pod today.
That's the reality of the situation.
I like sinning. Don't save me.
I do.
Don't have him pray up. Don't have him pray on me. Then there'd be 12 people up there crying, and they'd be whispering in the ear and shit. You saved. Go, my child.
What?
You know all the shit they say. Come on, don't make me put videos on the screen.
Go, my child.
Yeah, the child of God. You know all the shit they say. Okay. In the Catholic Church, they give you the wafer and shit.
Mm-hmm, they give you the wafer.
The body of Christ.
The body and blood of Christ.
Oh man, we should do that in the House of Hip Hop.
The body and blood of Biggie. Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen. I mean,
I'm trying to think, what would it be though? We can't bite their style and give you a little weird ass wafer.
What did Biggie used to drink?
Oh,
Hennessy?
Biggie used to eat the chocolate butter crunch cookies. That's the body of Biggie.
Okay, so like a little bite-sized butter crunch.
You get a little bite-sized butter crunch.
Hennessy?
I don't know. Biggie didn't talk a lot about liquor though.
But I feel like he has talked about liquor.
Champagne, obviously, we sip champagne when we thirsty.
Oh, so then it could be like a little, a little
cheap champagne,
like a little champagne,
the little paper shot glasses.
Yeah. Now we sip.
That sounds pretty lit.
Thirsty, and you know what?
A butter crunch cookie and some champagne.
When you get the cookie and the champagne, you say whatever you say, and then the person who receives it has to say, "Now we sip champagne because we thirsty."
No, they got to say, damn right I like the life I live. You know what I'm saying? Come, my child. Come receive you. Open your mouth. Oh, that's another thing. At our church, we ain't putting cookies in niggas' mouths.
No.
At the Catholic church, niggas be...
All right.
You fucking putting wafers on their tongue and shit.
Please.
The entire Catholic community about to stand out against us. Yeah, probably, but you know what? I don't give a fuck.
I mean, I don't care. It is what it is. It's true. It's true. I grew up Catholic. It's true.
Nigga, put your tongue away. Close your mouth.
Drinking from the same cup. We're not doing that.
What?
Yes.
Everybody sips wine from the same cup?
Yeah.
That's how COVID started.
The chalice, the golden chalice. What they do, as a matter of fact, this is what they would do. So, okay, at first it used to be that they would just, they would feed it.
Give you a sip?
Yeah. And then what they started doing after some years, and I honestly am a bad Catholic. I've never had communion, so I've never technically had to do this. But then what they would do, I'm going to use my shirt just to show you. But what they would do is between people, they would just give it a little wipe. And then
with the robe?
Not with the robe. I'm just using. They had a little cloth that they would just give it a little wipe, and then give it to the next person.
That's how COVID started. It wasn't. It's a joke.
No.
All right, I'll beep it. I can't say nothing up here. You see? They tell me don't hold back.
Everything.
They tell me stop caressing dresses. I come in here giving my shit, and they just say, "Hey, you can't say that."
I didn't say you can't.
It
say
ain't the
that.
Chinese flu. It's the Catholics. Put in the comments if y'all think the Catholics started this shit with their wine sipping. What's the golden chalice?
Yeah.
Don't Snoop and the Pimps got them shits too? The golden chalice.
Well, yeah, I mean, where do you think they
got
that
Little
from?
John. We gotta get one from Little John. You know, Little John got that shit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They calling me
to the window.
Oh, you know that's the church song
to
right
the
there.
Wall.
You know that's a church song right there.
Yeah, you know how they do like in Catholic.
That's when people start falling asleep at the sermon. You've been playing too much sleepy shit. You know something. You know what I'm talking about. Like there's a time during them super long sermons, them shits that's like a 4-hour service. In the middle, you be on some.
But I feel like this would be good for like Good Friday when they do like Stations of the Cross, where they take you to each window, each stained glass window, and tell you the story of Christ. Instead of doing that, you just take it to the window, to the wall.
That's it. You'll be like, now,
to the wall.
Let's talk about the story of hip hop.
Yeah.
First, we got to play the old school shit.
Right.
Hip hop started out in the park. And then hit the DJ to the window, to the wall.
No, but then first, before you do that,
you know how you close out the ceremony?
And
this is almost blasphemous.
Popping and don't stop, rocking to the bang bang boogie, set up jumps the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie to beat.
And then I know this is almost blasphemy for me to say.
Oh, you think?
But you know what you gotta end sermon with?
What?
Gotta swag surf.
I'm gonna swag with my cats on my.
That's how niggas walk out the church. You won't be excited if church ended like that?
I would love if church ended like that.
That's the perfect way to end the sermon. I can't talk today.
I love swag surfing.
You be walking out hype if that was. You would be walking out arm in arm with a friend if that was how the church ended.
I swag when I serve.
So, Verzuz.
Okay. Verzuz. Omarion and Mario.
I feel real bad for Mario.
I don't know what Mario. I only know like 4 Mario songs.
Mario got some shit. He got the classic.
Just a Friend.
You know what I'm saying?
And then there's a 4th one that I'm thinking of. Let Me Love You.
That's a great record. Especially if you bring Jadakiss out for the remix.
You should let me love you. Let me be I'm giving y'all a lot today with this singing thing. I said I wasn't going to sing.
But what they going to do when Icebox comes on? Touch?
Oh, it's the same dance, isn't it?
I mean, I would assume so.
It's the same.
What's the record that went like really big when he signed with Rick Ross?
Oh.
And then he got all that B2K shit?
I think it was, listen, B2K was my jam back in the day, okay? Man. Baby, turn around and let me see that sexy body go bump, bump, bump.
Fun fact, Jay-Z rapped over that.
Of course he did.
It was on a freestyle mixtape situation.
Jay-Z during that time, loved an R&B beat. Jay-Z was like, ooh, I feel like, and I don't know about Jay-Z's likes and dislikes personally. Maybe you do, but I feel like Jay-Z.
Oh yeah, let me call him. Hold on.
I feel like Jay-Z just used to be like chilling, listening to R&B. I feel like Jay-Z probably wasn't listening to much rap. No. And Jay-Z was like, I like this.
There's an MTV Diary episode. Y'all know I'm old. Let me just.
I mean, if you're old, I'm old.
There's an MTV Diary episode when Jay-Z's riding around doing promo for an upcoming album. Don't know what album. But he's in the whip with Lyor Cohen. Drivers playing music.
Yeah.
And some like non-hip-hop white person song comes on. That was a smash. Mm-hmm. And Jay-Z's in the middle of a conversation with Lyor Cohen and just like, hold on, and starts singing the song.
Okay.
And everybody in the car is like, what the fuck? This nigga knows this shit? And he turns to the camera. He's like, yup, what the fuck y'all think? I'd listen to rap all day?
Right.
He was like, I got to listen to everything.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
I could be
had
wrong.
A particular affinity for R&B.
I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. But I feel like it was, if I could walk 1,000 miles. Making my way downtown. Y'all know, y'all seen White Chicks. The nigga said, how'd you know? This is my song.
Good for him.
Yo.
Good for him.
No, I'm talking about Terry Crews and White Chicks.
Yeah, I know.
When they put it on trying to like scare him.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So
Verzuz. We said everything except what we should say.
Mario,
so Omarion got a lot of shit. He got
Icebox. He got the P2K stuff.
He got a lot of shit. And then remember,
eat the booty like groceries. What song was that? Y'all should come close to me. And that's the latest one, right? Close to me. With Janae. Janae was the one who said the eat the booty like groceries thing.
I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know what that song? You don't know that song?
I heard it, but I
think it was called Close to
That
Me.
Is not one of the ones I know all the words of.
I think it is called Close to Me though, or something like that.
That sounds about right.
The
point is, Omarion got a lot of shit.
I make you do it. They would yell that in the song.
They make you do it?
Yeah, I make her do it.
He makes her eat the booty like groceries?
No, I don't think that's what they were trying to say. But
so what the fuck he makes her do?
That gets yelled out in the song.
But what the fuck he makes her do?
Well, she talks about eating the booty like groceries. He didn't say anything about...
So then what is he saying I make her do it?
The things that he's talking about in the song. I feel very attacked right now. And I'm
not attacking you. I'm attacking the lyrics.
I'm like, wait. I don't know. Okay, I'm trying here.
All right. Omarion has a lot of shit. Like, I don't even listen to Omarion, and I could probably put 20 songs together right now.
It's my shit.
Because B2K had a run. And
I
then Omarion writes for people. And in Verzuz, you can play shit that you wrote.
But didn't Mario write a lot for people also? Isn't that where he got his start with writing?
I have no knowledge of this.
I'm pretty sure Mario is a songwriter.
I didn't say you were wrong. I'm saying
I'm not saying you're saying that.
Knowledge.
I'm just telling you. I think that Mario
got some
crying
shit.
out for me.
Mario has some shit. But the thing is, those are R&B records. A lot of Mario's big records are like real R&B records. A lot of Omarion's records that he's known for are pop records. They're records that were radio Billboard smashes. Mm-hmm. That is a difference when you put that side by side. Mm-hmm. Like so they switch at half. Right? One artist plays first, mm-hmm. Then at halftime the other artist plays first. Mm-hmm. What's gonna happen when you start off playing some R&B smooth shit? And everybody's, how do I breathe? They getting into their shit. They got their girl with them. They holding hands. Yes, baby, yes. And then this nigga come on with bump, bump, bump. What you gonna do now?
Baby, turn around and let me see that sexy body go bump, bump.
You don't care about how niggas breathe anymore after that. You're like, nigga, I don't give a fuck about how you breathe at this point. And then who dances better? Omarion?
Oh, Mario.
I'm just starting trouble now.
Yeah, because I don't think Mario ever said he's a dancer.
He probably didn't, and I'm not mad at him. But this is all part of the Verzuz. Omarion could be up there glistening, 6-pack, popping and locking,
right?
Moonwalking across the stage. So who you got winning?
Omarion.
Yeah, I think it's easy. I don't even think this is a challenge.
The interesting thing is that they're doing a pre-show that is also a Verzuz battle.
They're calling it the bonus Verzuz. Go ahead.
It's teams.
2-on-2.
2-on-2. Ray J and Bobby V.
You gotta talk to them.
Ray J and Bobby V.
Versus
Pleasure P and Sammy.
Pleasure P and Sammy about to get smacked up. I only know one Sammy song.
I think it's an even matchup, to be honest.
Ray J has like 5 hits by himself.
Okay.
And Bobby V, he had a run. A short run.
But he had a run, yeah.
But he had a run. How many songs Sammy got?
Sammy had a run too. And Sammy has a lot of shit that he did with Bow Wow that made him popular. What else does Sammy do? Oh, and Pleasure P I was playing Pleasure P for you,
and I didn't know
earlier.
any of those songs. You played me 5 songs, and I didn't know one. Okay,
it was
fine.
Under.
I didn't know any of
them. Under is good. Boyfriend Number 2 was his most popular song. That was my shit.
Never heard it.
Okay. Because the first one, he don't really seem like he know what to do. I mean, that was genius.
I dig it. P. Listen, I'm not saying it was whack. I'm saying prior to you playing it, I never heard it.
And then what was the other one that I played? I don't know. I can't remember right now. But okay, wait.
But Ray J?
I want to look up Sammy. Sammy has One Wish. Sammy has a lot of like not Sammy. Ray J has a lot of bangers too. Like
that's what I'm saying.
Like
I hit it first.
I don't care for that song, but
that's a fun one.
It's a fun one. I just had one in my head and I can't remember.
One Wish?
No, I had like a more upbeat song that he did and I can't remember. He has the song with Lil' Kim. Wait a minute.
That's what I'm saying. I can name 5 Ray J songs probably.
Let me look at Sammy. I just want to see. I want to see Sammy's.
What I'm curious about is I like this. Let me be clear, because this is a new thing Verzuz is doing. We should have said that first probably.
Right, yeah.
But this is clear, calling this the bonus Verzuz. Other people have discussed this because some people's catalog don't have 20. Right? There's some people who they may have 2, 3, 5, 10 songs, but not 20. And so I think this is a great idea. I also think this is a great way of helping revive Verzuz. People may come at me for saying that, but Verzuz kind of been teetering. I heard the UGK versus 8 Ball and MJG battle was great, but I have yet to watch it.
Excuse me.
Excused. I've yet to watch it. But prior to that, I didn't really hear any buzz like before. So this may be a great way of incorporating artists with smaller catalogs, artists with less popular mainstream catalogs.
I like this a lot.
I think this is great. Doesn't need to be 2-on-2. I don't know. But hey, I applaud them for trying. And I really like that Swizz, Timberlake, and Triller are working together to really step shit up and be innovative. Because that's how this whole shit started. It was some innovative shit that nobody had done. Mm-hmm. Good catch. And they did it. And I really like that they're trying to do new shit that will keep more people coming in.
I agree. I think this is good. I think this will be really interesting. And it's going to keep people, I mean, because something like Triller, they want people to stay. Yeah. They want that engagement. Yeah. So to be able to figure out how to get people, because what happens a lot of times is they do these DJ sets and you tune in at 8:00 and you think that you're getting an actual show at 8:00 and you're not. And then they lose people that way. So this is a good way to reel people in from the very beginning of the show. Yep. I like when they do stuff like this. I know they've tried a lot of different things for that pre-show, the technical pre-show, because technically it's starting at the time that they say it's starting, but it doesn't really start that way. We know how, especially when it comes to rappers, right. It's never gonna start on time. But yeah, so I'm into it. I mean, I always say that I'm a big R&B person, especially R&B that predates, I don't know.
And it makes sense because you have a big R&B battle. Yeah. And then the people that are doing the tag team versus the bonus versus are also R&B.
I love that all of them are going to be there on one night.
I wonder, do they have songs together? Anybody?
Because
that could be cool. We don't have time to research it right now, but yeah. I do wonder that.
I'm just thinking off the top of my head.
I don't know any of their catalogs well enough to be able to say yes or no. I could see Sammy and Mario having a song together because they were out around the same time.
I wonder if they'll bring out Bow Wow.
I mean, listen, Verzuz, you never know who's coming out.
And Pleasure P can play all his Pretty Ricky stuff.
Oh, that's where he's from?
Yeah.
Oh, then okay, then that makes. See, I didn't know that.
I feel like the matchup is. I think it's equal.
No, then that changes the game because then he might be able to go up against some of them Ray J records.
Yeah. Yeah. Pleasure P has Pretty Ricky.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he became a solo artist after Pretty Ricky.
I didn't know that. I just knew Pretty Ricky as Pretty Ricky. I never knew their members. I didn't really listen to them. But they did have some big ass records. So if that's the case,
make it juicy for ya.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Definitely.
and a bunch of other stuff.
Yeah, no. If that's the case, then all right. Ray J and who?
Ray J, and Bobby V.
Oh, nah, Bobby V will be just fine. I'm about to say they might
I
be in
don't know
trouble.
that Bobby V,
but it does make it a better. It does make it more balanced though.
Because I think it's a balanced matchup.
If he could pull them records, yeah.
I do.
But you know, Ray J's sneaky though, because the thing about Ray J is some of his records that were not hits had big ass features on them.
Yeah.
So like this nigga will be doing a record, he'd be like, I never heard this, and then Snoop Dogg will just pop up on the stage.
Right, and Ray
J, then you're just gonna lose your motherfucking mind.
Ray J has that in his pocket too. I think Sammy can do that.
Right.
I think Sammy can bring out Bow Wow very easily.
Oh yeah.
They have multiple songs together. I think there's also.
Yo, what if Bobby V bring out Lil Wayne? Don't they have that record?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that is my favorite.
I listen. I be knowing some shit, man.
Mrs. Officer.
You see?
Tell that lieutenant get them cuffs off of you.
You see?
Yeah, that's my shit.
If Sammy start off with Lil Wayne, if Sammy start off with Bow Wow, and then niggas be, oh, word, all right.
You think Wayne would come out?
Why not?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, I don't see why.
I don't think I've ever heard him in the Verzuz conversation, like just in terms of would he or would he not do it. I have not seen speak publicly about it. Maybe when he had a podcast for a short time, he did. I'm not sure, but I know people have definitely been asking for Wayne to do battles. Like people have definitely inquired. But the thing is, there's certain artists that are way too big for Verzuz. Like right, and I guess that's why I'm like, would he just show up on?
But people have come and done, a verse here or whatever. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see. All right, what we got next on the docket? Oh, you had something else. I'm sorry. Did I cut you off?
No, I was just about to say, is it time?
I think so. Let me
take a swig.
It's about to get real in here.
It's time.
Honestly,
never mind.
Well, Drake dropped an album.
Honestly, never mind.
And honestly, all right, let me keep it real. I did not listen to the album.
I did. Twice.
We off mic made a deal. It's okay to tell him?
You can tell him.
I did not want to listen to Drake. And D does not want to listen to Beyonce. So we're doing a swap. So she listened.
Teamwork.
That's right. She listened to Honestly Nevermind.
Twice.
And I'm going to listen to Renaissance Act 1.
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm going to let you start because I have a lot to say, but I didn't hear the album. And so they deserve an honest review of the album, I think. Whatever that may be. And so when you're done, I'll say my piece.
I want to preface this by saying that I'm a Drake fan.
Okay.
I listen to Drake's albums. Whenever Drake has an album that comes out, I listen to it at least once.
And that's why I thought you were good for this. Because I say all the time, I am not the biggest Drake fan. I think Drake is super talented. And when Drake really raps, I be hype as shit. Like, that shit make me want to get my pen out and be like, all right, hold on. It's been a minute since I wrote something.
And yes. And
like all those records with the times. Yes. 4 a.m. here, 7 a.m. there, noon over here, midnight over there.
He goes off.
I fucking love all of those. I be hype as fuck.
He goes off.
But anyway, go ahead. You first.
Here's the thing, right?
But well, let's ask that. Was there one of those on this record?
No.
See?
Well, okay. So I am a Drake fan. I consider myself a Drake fan. Okay. I will say that the last couple of albums I really didn't care for. I know that I'm gonna get killed for not liking More Life, but I didn't care for More Life, and a lot of people have said that.
What's on More Life?
Passion
what would
Fruit.
I know? Okay. Oh, okay.
I didn't care for Passion Fruit. I know that a lot of people love Passion Fruit. I know that a lot of people loved More Life, and not only that,
I'm just looking up what else was on.
Some people are saying that if you liked More Life, this album, you would connect with this album, right? So here's the thing, right? The first time I listened to it, it sounded like complete and utter chaos.
Okay.
I will say this too. Before I started listening to it, when I looked at it in Apple Music, I noticed immediately that it didn't say rap, it didn't say hip hop, it said dance.
I heard about that.
And so I said, oh, okay, well, this should be interesting. I didn't know what that meant. It sounded like complete and utter chaos to me.
I don't know any of these songs.
It sounded like chaos. It sounded like confusion. It sounded like chaos and confusion.
Okay.
And again, I have listened to...
Are we talking about More Life or...
Oh, no, we're talking about...
Honestly,
Nevermind.
I'm going to laugh every time I say that title. Just a heads up.
We're talking about Honestly Nevermind. It is, in my opinion, complete and utter chaos. Now, is there cohesion? Sure. Yes. Does it seem like cohesion, meaning, does it sound like he put a body of work together? Yes. When I say chaos, I mean the music itself, like song by song. Like I'm listening to a song and I'm like, what's happening?
Okay.
It's like sensory overload for me.
Okay.
That's what I mean by chaos.
So let me ask you a question. So is it that, are we talking about the mix? Are we talking about the amount of sounds on the beat? Are we talking about the beat plus Drake? What about it is chaotic?
The sounds to me are chaotic.
So like there's a lot of sounds on the beats.
Yes.
Okay.
So Drake sounded like Drake sing-songy Drake to me. And okay, here's the thing. I don't have a problem with sing-songy Drake. I know you do. I don't have a problem with sing-songy Drake. What I have a problem with is too much sing-songy Drake, because I like rapping ass rapper Drake.
I love rapping Drake, and that's exactly what I was just saying about all those times. That's why I specifically mentioned those times or those tracks, whatever y'all want to call them. But when Drake do a time and it's always a time, 4 a.m. in the closet, 5 a.m. at the pizza shop. Y'all know what I'm saying.
And I also like when he's able to blend rapping ass rapper Drake with sing-songy Drake, because he does that well also.
Sometimes he does.
Sure.
I'm saying for me personally.
I know, but I'm just
because you know what I can't get with? I can't get when this nigga's mid rap and then just bust out in a girl. I fucking hate that. It'd be like 8 bars in, and I'm like, oh, this nigga's going off. And I know the beat switch is coming. When the beat switch, he gonna really go nuts. He's like, yeah, because I was counting all the money. And then niggas started acting funny. Girl.
That's what she said to me. And then goes back into his rap.
And no, he just keeps singing after that. And that's why I be mad. Because I'm like, oh, man, he's going in. Because you know by now the beats are, we know the patterns where you could just be like, drums coming out. Mm-hmm. Drums coming back in. Hi-hats coming in. And when that switch is coming, as an MC, as a music hip-hop fan, as the deacon of the house of hip-hop, I get excited when that's coming. I'm like, ooh, he about to do some shit. And he knows because he be building up. Yeah, and you like, oh man, when the beat switch, this nigga's gonna go nuts. And then he's going in. The beat switch, he be, girl.
And then he gets sing-songy.
And then he'll sing for the next 8 bars instead of rapping. So he'll rap 8 bars. He'll do that, girl.
You got somebody other than me.
You see? And then that nigga will do the hook 4 times in a row, 6 times in a row, and then he'll never rap again. Or he'll start rapping and do that same shit again.
So rapping as Drake is, I mean, chef's kiss. Like, you know what you're getting there.
Yeah. And you get it.
And you get it.
He delivers.
He does. And again, I'm okay with the hybrid too. I'm okay with him doing a little bit and then doing a little bit of the rapping ass rapper Drake and then doing his sing-songy Drake. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with full songs that are very sing-songy as long as the album is balanced. As long as I get both, those are the albums that stick out to me more. Or the ones where he does more rapping ass rapper Drake.
That exists.
I mean, debatable. But sure.
I'm asking. I stopped listening to full Drake albums a long time ago.
I think it used to exist. I think the more people dive into his sing-songy stuff and the more people, like, the sing-songy stuff goes viral for one reason or another, I think he leans more into the sing-songy stuff because he knows that people like when he gets in that bag. Okay. The masses like when he gets in that bag. So sure. My issue with this though is that he's that Drake. He's like sing-songy Drake, but then it's over these weird beats. And maybe I shouldn't call them weird because I think that in certain regions, Drake is probably going to do very well.
Okay, what makes them weird? The chaotic too many sounds?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not into like EDM and stuff like that.
Oh, because that was my next question. I was going to say, is it that they're different genres? Because like you said, the album says dance.
Right. It sounds like a different genre. It doesn't sound like, to me, it doesn't sound like hip hop. It sounds more like house music than anything else. And I don't even have a problem with house music.
So this is not One Dance or what's the other shit from the same album?
I think it's close to one. Some of it is a bit close to One Dance.
Okay. Not
all of it, but some of it is. One Dance, and then what is the other one?
It's the same album.
And Controller. That was Views.
It's the same album, no?
Yeah, that was Views. I'm just.
Oh, okay. I got what you're saying.
Yeah. Controller.
And One Dance are both Views.
Yeah. I didn't like the album.
Views or
no.
Oh, because okay, go ahead.
Honestly,
I just want to be clear for them.
I'm bringing it back. I didn't like the album. I listened to it twice, and I don't like it. It's not for me, and I don't think I've heard people say his album is shitty. It's this, it's that, and I don't know if I want to call it shitty. I don't know if I want to say it's a bad album. I just don't think it. I don't think Drake made this album for people who are fans of rapping Drake. I don't think he made it for us. I think he made it for a different audience that has nothing to do with us.
Okay.
And I don't know why. Maybe it's just something he likes. We know that Drake likes to experiment with different cultures and
for whole albums?
Not for whole albums, but I'm just saying, we know he likes to experiment. We know that he just signed that huge deal. And so maybe he's, trying to get his shit off.
Oh, you didn't say what I thought you were going to say. Okay.
He's just like, hey, I like this kind of music. Y'all didn't know I like this, but I like this, so I'm gonna give it to y'all. It's kind of like when who is it? Candy Burrs from Escape, who writes for everybody, and she's made music. She's made solo music. Obviously, she's been in the group of Escape. One day she was like, I want to do country music.
And that's it then.
And so she worked with a bunch of country artists because she wants to do country music.
She got her Man in the Woods on.
This feels like that. This feels like him being like, I think it would be cool to like be in the Vegas clubs, and because like I said, I think this is going to be very regional. I think in certain places, I've heard people talk about Jersey dance music, house music, or whatever. I know the people who like house music will probably enjoy this album way more than people who don't really listen to it. I think if the DJs in Vegas play this album, at least some of the cuts from this album, it'll do well. I mean, it's Drake. People are gonna find a way to bump to Drake regardless, right? Like, people are shitting on the album now, but give them a couple weeks and people will figure out a way to like at least some of the songs on the album. I believe that. Me, I don't think I'm going back to it. I think I'm done with it. I've listened to it twice now. And it's not to say that there aren't a couple of songs that are decent. I couldn't tell you what they're called. I don't know. I didn't commit it to memory because I didn't care.
Were there any songs that like you loved and would play on repeat
mode?
No.
Okay. No. Because again, it felt like chaos to me. It just felt like what's happening here? I walked out of the room, I went back into the room, and it was still... And I waited a couple of days before I listened to it the second time. I didn't want to listen to it back to back. I wanted to kind of take a break and go back to it so that I could listen to it with fresh ears. I don't want to listen to that again.
Fresh ears didn't help?
No.
Mm-mm. Okay, let me ask you a question. Mm-hmm. I heard he only raps on one song. Is that true?
Yeah, for the most part, yeah.
Okay. You said a minute ago that you like the albums where Drake is rapidy rap Drake. And that you feel like this album was not for those fans. My question is, what album was? What's the last album where rapidy rap Drake, quote unquote, was most of the album?
It's been a while.
Certified Lover Boy?
I didn't like Certified Lover Boy. I didn't. I haven't liked the last couple
that's
of
why I'm
Drake
asking
albums.
you. That's why I'm asking the question, because you said that he sometimes. You said that those are the Drake albums you really like. So then, what's the last Drake album you really liked? I don't know the order of Drake's albums. I don't listen to him enough to know. I know a bunch of his albums, like I could say them, but where they fall in chronological order, I don't know. I probably know most of his albums, but I don't know where they fall in the chronological order of his discography.
Maybe Scorpion? Scorpion was the double album.
Scorpion was the double album. Allegedly, one was rapping, one was singing. Yeah. I said allegedly. No, don't go back in time. What is the most recent Drake album that you really enjoyed? That's the question. I know I'm putting you on the hot seat, but don't worry. I'm about to take all the fire once you're done. Don't worry. Because I have a fuck ton to say. I
didn't mind Views. I liked Views.
You said it was whack 2 minutes ago.
No, I didn't.
When this comes out, I'm going to put it up.
I said More Life.
You say you didn't like... Oh, okay. You say you didn't like Controller.
No, I said I didn't like Passion Fruit. Okay. And Passion Fruit was on More Life. I didn't like More Life.
Got it. Okay.
I would say Views was the last album I liked.
Okay. So Views came out what year?
2016. So
you haven't liked the last how many projects?
I didn't have a problem with Scorpion. Scorpion came after. Scorpion was 2018. Okay. I just didn't really go back to Scorpion the way I've gone back to other Drake albums, which is why I don't want to put that. I don't want to rank that. So
the most recent one is Scorpion that you liked.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
That was 2018.
Okay.
And then after that, was Certified Lover Boy, and honestly, never mind.
Honestly, never mind.
But if I had to rank them, I wouldn't put Scorpion at the top. So
no, just recent, not just what's the most recent one? You said Scorpion. Mm-hmm. All right, cool. Anything else on this album before I go?
Why did he do this?
Why did he respond?
Why didn't he respond? I forgot about that, because that that really got to me.
Put them on.
That got to me. So Drake responded.
What did he respond to?
He responded to the backlash. People went all over Twitter and the internets and said that they didn't understand what was happening. People likened his album to the music that you hear when you go to H&M and Forever 21. People said a lot of things. I mean, a lot of it was funny, but when you think about it, that must be hard to hear. So Drake then said, well, y'all don't get it yet. I'll wait. Y'all don't understand. He said people don't get it. And, he'll just sit back and wait until people basically said that he's ahead of his time. And that people haven't caught up to it yet. That's what a lot of people who I guess are considered like of very high talent, either they say it or people who apologize for them say it. And because you're so genius, it's kind of like when people speak about Kanye sometimes. Oh, Kanye!
I fucking knew you was gonna bring him up. That's why I was caressing the dresses. I was like, yo, she's gonna bring up Kanye any minute now.
I was trying not to, but how can you not bring it up? Because he's the number one person that people say that about. People constantly will apologize for Kanye and the things that Kanye does and says, and even music that may not be that great, right? People constantly apologize for Kanye by saying he's so out of this world genius that no one gets it but him. I hate that shit. And that's exactly what Drake did about himself, about his album. Drake was like, I'm so far gone.
I'm so far ahead of my time. I'm about to start another life. Right. Look behind you. I'm about to pass.
He's like, twice. I'm so far gone beyond you people that y'all don't even get this shit yet. I hate that shit because you know what? You put out music for us in the sense that you put out music that we're going to listen to, that we're going to consume. We're either going to like it or we're not going to like it. We're either going to play it a million times or we're not going to play it. As much as you would like to say, oh, you put out music for you, if you're making music for you, you could just keep it to yourself. But the moment you put it on Apple Music and Spotify, it's for all of us. And then you have the nerve to turn around because people didn't like it. In droves, people came out and said they didn't understand it. They didn't like it. And you're going to tell people that you're just so out of this world. You're just so beyond anything that we could understand yet. Nigga, please. Now you can go. Please, take the floor.
All right. I ain't listened to this shit. I already told y'all we're doing a swap. I'll be listening to Queen Bee next month.
You sound thrilled.
I'm not thrilled about Beyonce. I'm thrilled about the fact that it's my turn. Okay. So first, I heard an interesting theory that I'm going to throw out there before I hit it hard. Mm-hmm. Pause. Someone said, I won't say who, but someone said they think Drake made this album to try to compete with Bad Bunny.
Why would he do that?
Bad Bunny is the number one streamed artist in the world.
Oh, okay. And
they said this has the tempos of a Bad Bunny album.
Really?
I don't listen to Bad Bunny. I don't know. I'm not one of the people who stream him around the world. I got nothing bad to say about Bad Bunny. I don't have any
beef with Bad Bunny. I just don't know
what a Bad Bunny album sounds like. And so I can't compare. I can't agree or disagree. I'm just saying I thought that was an interesting analogy, conversation, theory. Mm-hmm. It was a discussion that I heard somewhere. Mm-hmm. And that's what this person said. They said, listen, I think Son is trying to keep up with Bad Bunny.
Maybe that's true. I don't know anything.
I just thought it was interesting. I said, hey, let me throw it out there and see. Now, I got a lot to say. I'm gonna try to get it all out in a way that will make sense.
Get it off your chest.
Well, it's because I don't want it to sound jumbled and like I'm just saying a bunch of words.
Okay.
I want to hit certain points. Mm-hmm. So where we start? Let's start with the album. Drake made an album and purposely did not put it in hip hop. My first question is, why are you biting Kanye? Kanye just made a couple, isn't it 2 albums? I'm asking, it's 2 albums, right? Donda and Donda 2 that are gospel albums. Mm-hmm. So what happened? Because Kanye just won a bunch of Grammys, you said, oh, nigga, I know what I'm going to do. I tell you, I'm coming in hot, baby.
I didn't realize that it was.
So you said,
all right.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to put out an album under dance. Because who the fuck is making dance music right now? Who's the number 1 artist in the dance category? Don't fucking know, but I bet you they can't compete with Drake unless it's somebody with the caliber of Bad Bunny.
Right.
Easy way to win a Grammy. Easy way to sweep the Grammys. Ha, I did it too. That's number 1. My next point is, I think he did both of the 2 things I'm about to say, because of his new deal. I think Drake is, 1, trying to conquer a quote-unquote smaller category, because in case y'all don't know, hip-hop is the number 1 genre of music in the world today. It's not a question, it's a fact. Hip-hop is the number 1 genre in the world today. That's why pop sounds like hip-hop. That's why everything sounds like hip-hop. Because hip-hop is the number 1 genre in the world today. Mm-hmm. So Drake said, I'm going to get up out of there for a minute. Let me slide over.
Slide on over.
2 steps to the left. 1 step to the right.
Take it back now, y'all.
That is a song that I know every word to and fucking hate. Fucking Cha-Cha Slide. That's some dumb shit. Okay. I hate that fucking song. Back to my Drake shit. So, I think Drake said, hey, I am going to slide out this category and try to slide into the Grammys because I just got this new deal. And I'm going to show Universal the power I have because I just stepped in the building. To recap, we said this on another pod, but to recap, Drake got a 360 deal. Yeah. He signed everything that he does over for the next, I believe, 5 years. Could be wrong. Look it up. Search it up like the kids say. But for the next couple of years, everything and anything that Drake does, Universal is responsible for and will be taking in most of the revenue for because they paid him a large lump sum. Allegedly, it's $450 million. Many people are saying it's probably double that number. More like $800 million. Mm-hmm. And I think he's trying to show them, hey, look at me. Look what I can do, Mom. Look, Mom, no hands.
I said, look, Ma, no hands. Shout out to Waka Flocka.
And the other reason, I'm not saying no. You can shout out Waka Flocka, shout him out again.
No, I'm good now.
Okay. I think the next thing he's doing is phoning it in. And I'm going to tell you why. Story time, folks. Once upon a time, there was a man named Allen Houston. He was a guard for the New York Knicks. Mm-hmm. The Knicks re-signed Allen Houston for $100 million.
Evil.
$100 million. He was hot. He was the man. They was comparing him to Kobe, all type of fly shit.
This was before his Achilles tendonitis.
And you know what happened the next couple seasons? Allen Houston couldn't make a motherfucking shot. Allen Houston was not playing ball at all. No. Nigga was wide open from the perimeter where he's usually cash money. Threw it up.
Yeah, he used to stand at the 3-point line and just go like a little.
Just airballing, just for fun. Yeah, I bodied it in practice. Made the whole team look bad, but now we playing on TNT and all those other channels. Guess what?
Do this thing where he like wiped his and you just.
I got my $100 million. Fuck the Knicks. I think that's what Drake is doing. I think Drake is saying, hey, listen, fans. Hey, listen. Hey, listen. I got my bread, baby. Y'all gonna have to take whatever I give y'all because, listen, I got mine. And I know what a 360 deal, part of a 360 deal is, and y'all can look this up. This is facts. I ain't making this shit up. When you have a 360 deal, you're signing away most of your revenue, 80% of your revenue, 85% of your revenue, 90% of your revenue to the label. Why? Because the label is going to do all the things that we spoke about on other pods. They're going to put you in the Target commercials. They're going to put you with Sprite. They're going to put you at Nautica. They're going to put you in all these fly spots. You're going to have a bigger tour than you ever had before. And you're going to have a tour with whoever the hot person is, so you could be making all the bread and get all the quote-unquote looks. It's called the 360 deal. That's what Drake got. So if they going to do all that shit, who gives a fuck what I make?
Right.
Which brings me to my next point. You said Drake rapped on one song.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Drake rapped on one song. How many songs on the album? 15, 20?
I think 17.
17. It's okay. Guesstimates are cool. You want to be actual factual? Go ahead, I'll give you a second.
I'm just trying to be...
You should think about it. Take a second. Bing.
Bing, 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 bing.
And think before you fuck with little skateboard P.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. And when a bitch get an attitude. 14. I lied.
14 songs. You know what that nigga said? He said, honestly, never mind.
I mean, I think that's, yeah. I mean, I think that's why the album is called Honestly Never Mind.
You know what that nigga said? That nigga said, oh, J. Cole dropped some heat. And he probably made this before Kendrick's albums came out. Mm-hmm. But let's be real. Kendrick's album came out. Sure, Drake heard it. And I think that's part of why he got the fuck out the way. And that's okay.
Well,
hold on.
Okay.
And that's okay. But now let's take the conversation away from Drake for just a second. Mm-hmm. And talk to Drake fans. I really need niggas to chill the fuck out. I'm not the kind of person who tells the internet what to do. I don't tell fans what to do. I don't tell anyone what to do except my kid. But I need y'all to calm the fuck down. We can no longer have Drake in the same conversation as J. Cole and Kendrick. The nigga did not make a rap album. The nigga did not make a rap album.
He didn't.
He made a dance album and gave y'all one verse. He gave y'all one rap verse on his dance album. Yeah, you might want to slide all the way out because I'm about to wild out.
No, please do your thing. I mean, get your shit off.
The nigga
I'm
gave you
disagreeing with you.
The nigga gave you one rap verse. The sing-songy nigga gave you one verse. He gave y'all an album of dancing. He gave y'all an album of move your feet. What's the go-go shit called? What Justin Timberlake tried to do?
Beat your feet.
He gave y'all an album to beat your feet to. He didn't rap. Enough. No more J. Cole. No more Kendrick comparisons. Even the big podcasters are saying, oh, if Drake's album numbers come back above 300 first week, we might have to have a new conversation about J. Cole and Kendrick.
Can I speak on that? Can I speak on the numbers conversation? Because, yeah, I heard that too. But here's the thing about numbers. Drake is a huge star. Drake is a huge artist. No matter what Drake does, Drake will do the numbers. Because people, it's just like when a television show comes out and premieres, and it's a show that everybody loves. The first episode does great. Why? Because everybody's anticipating it. Everybody wants to hear it, see it, consume it, whatever. Yes, Drake will do the numbers because people are seeking the music out. Drake is not necessarily doing the numbers because people like it. And then a lot of times what happens with the internet age is that you do numbers because people don't like it. Because then someone else says, wait, is it that bad? Drake's album is that bad? Let me go listen to it.
That's right.
So the numbers conversation, honestly, is bullshit at this point.
Yes.
When it comes to the internet age, because it's not like people are physically getting up and going to the record store and buying shit. So it's very easy for you to be like, oh, I'm going to go listen to it just because my friend said they didn't like it. Whereas you're probably not going to go buy the CD that your friend said they didn't like. You're probably going to leave it on the shelf and maybe borrow it from somebody if you really wanted to hear how bad it was. But you're not going to go out and spend $16.99 to buy it. Not the way that people consume music now, where it's like, oh, Doja Cat made she likes to do eccentric things and whatever and eclectic things. So, oh, let me go check that out because somebody said it was cool. That's how these people do numbers today. That's where the numbers are coming from. So the numbers conversation is bullshit. I don't care how big these podcasters are. That conversation is bullshit. Who cares if he does more than Kendrick? Yes, in the grand scheme of things, do we have to have a conversation about the fact that he did better than Kendrick did when he came out? Sure, but the reality of the situation is those numbers are fudged. They're bullshit. They don't matter because people will listen to music that they think is bad.
That's it. My thing is, let's compare people to the people who do what they do.
Yes, of course.
Drake does pop music. I've been saying this for a long time.
Yeah, he's been doing pop
Drake does pop music. Mm-hmm. Then let's compare Drake to pop artists.
Right.
Put his numbers next to Ariana Grande's numbers. And whoever else does pop. I don't listen to pop, so I can't tell you who's the 5 hottest pop people right now. Put him next to them. I don't want to hear anymore.
So let me ask you a question.
Hold on, I don't want to hear shit else about Kendrick and Cole with this nigga. This nigga don't rap. He sings, he dances. That's what he's doing. He now has 2 albums that y'all don't like, not me. That Drake fans don't like. Certified Lover Boy did not do well. When I don't know what the numbers are now, but I know the response when the album came out was This Is Not It. The nigga gave you 2 This Is Not It. Thing 1 and thing 2. How many more albums? Kendrick ain't give y'all This Is Not It. Cole didn't give y'all This Is Not It. That's who y'all gonna keep comparing this nigga to? No mas. No. When Jay was the man, if Jay did 2 back-to-back This Is Not It albums, niggas would have said, nah, Hove is over. It's over for Hove. Get him out. When Eminem started doing all the crazy shit and rapping 900 million words in a bar, you know what niggas said? This is not it. Take him off that top tier. He ain't up there right now. He used to be. I don't want to hear any more shit about fucking Drake with the rest of these niggas. Don't tell me Drake is the GOAT. Don't tell me Drake is the best rapper. No, he's the best singer, nigga. He's the best pop artist.
Real shit.
He's the best melodic, whatever y'all want to call these niggas.
Real shit. I'm not mad at your take because I think that yeah, we got to start having a real conversation about Drake.
Yeah. And his fans. Oh, you wanted to ask me something, but I said, hold on. You remember?
I don't remember.
I'm sorry. I'm coming in hot today. And now, one more thing about Drake's fans. And really, go ahead.
I remember. So you're saying we can't put him up next to Kendrick because Kendrick just had an album come out. We can't put him next to Cole. So does that mean that we should be comparing Drake to, what's the little white boy name?
Justin Bieber?
No. The one that we reviewed.
Jack Harlow?
Jack Harlow.
I don't know. What does Jack Harlow do? He sings? You listen to it. I didn't listen to it.
It's like...
Because they said he was Diet Drake.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like his sound... I feel like he's trying to...
See, my thing is...
I'm not
for example...
I don't want to compare him to Drake, but because I think that Drake... Whatever Drake does is better. Not talking about his last 2 albums, but just in general, whatever Drake does is better. But the sound, like that same type of
sing-songy,
like that sort of hybrid, like poppy type of rap. is what he does. I don't know why.
Sure.
I want to say,
but
Jack
I don't think.
Harlow,
I think it's too soon for Jack Harlow to be in those conversations.
Right, but I'm just saying, if we have to compare, who are we comparing Drake to?
Pop stars.
Okay.
That's what he is, a pop star. He's been a pop star. Listen to the singles he has out. Those are not rap singles.
Right.
Controller is not a rap single.
No.
One Dance is not a rap single.
Ooh.
What's the other shit? Passion Fruit, not a rap single.
Hated that song.
What are the other Drake singles?
Hotline Bling.
Hotline Bling. That's a rap single?
You used to call
That's a hip hop single? It's a pop single. What's the other shit where he did the fake stinky leg? Drake had a record, the Hokey Pokey. You don't know what I'm talking about?
No.
Yes, you do.
The Hokey Pokey.
Something Slide. It was called Something Slide. Left foot stomp, right foot slide.
Oh, is that what? Didn't that come out during lockdown?
Yeah, it was a single.
I did not listen to that song. I have no idea what it was called.
But you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Wasn't a rap single.
Of. No, wasn't. I thought he just did that because everybody was dancing to things on TikTok and he wanted people to dance to his song.
Sure. Guess what? Not a rap song.
No.
Drake is a pop artist. Oh, Drake is a pop artist. Mm-hmm. We have to stop comparing him. Y'all have to stop comparing him to other rappers. Or, I can't even say other. Scratch that. 2 rappers. 2 MCs. No. He's not Cole. He's not Drake. He's not Wale. He's not Jay-Z. He's not Nas. He's not Eminem. He's not none of these niggas. He is a pop artist. When Drake sits down and makes records, he don't make it for rap fans. He makes it for pop fans. He want to steal the light from Ariana Grande, from Justin Bieber, from Justin Timberlake. Those are the people he want to steal the spotlight from. I'm not trying to hear this best rapper alive shit. And the next shit is...
But who's saying that these days about Drake?
Drake, Cole.
Oh, well, they're friends.
I don't give a fuck if they're friends. I don't want to hear these comparisons anymore. Y'all have to stop. Okay. If niggas come out and say, hey, Drake is the best rapper. Drake is the best rapper alive. Drake is so dope. You know when Drake is dope? When there's a time and a place in the title.
Listen,
the nigga does dance music. The nigga does pop music. I don't want to hear it anymore. Y'all have to stop. It's over.
I'm a Drake fan, but I'm not going to go and say that Drake is the best rapper alive.
That's what they be saying. They be saying top 3 is Hove, Kanye, and Drake. And I don't like that conversation for mad reasons. We'll go back to it when we do our Kanye episode, which is coming very soon. Mm-hmm. That's niggas say the best top 3 in the game is Drake, Kanye, and Hove. I'm not. It's over. Kanye does gospel, and Drake does dance. I don't want to hear it anymore. No. And the next thing niggas gotta stop doing, which is not only Drake fans, y'all super fans, y'all stans, y'all have to stop making excuses for niggas. If the music is trash, it's trash.
Well, and I said that earlier. I don't think that you should apologize for... Well, I think Drake was trying to apologize for himself. But I don't think that we should be doing that. I think that it's okay for... It's okay. First of all, it's okay for an artist to have a miss. Everything is not going to be the same. And it's... I would imagine is...
Nothing was the same.
Nothing was the same. I would imagine that artists have a hard time trying to top themselves.
Of course.
After they've been in the game for so long.
Of course.
And so...
And there's tons of pressure when you have a great project, when people really like a project, because now they're expecting the same project, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste, copy and paste.
Right.
Or they're expecting better and 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 better. Absolutely.
And
no denying that.
And so I honestly kind of can see how someone would want to divert from the stuff that people are used to in order to take the heat off of trying to measure up to things that people have loved in the past, right?
Sure.
So I could totally see him being like, the same way you're saying he phoned it in. I could totally see him being like, well, I really don't feel like dealing with, oh, hey, he's not as good a rapper as he was in 2009, or whatever people say.
Okay.
Or he's not as good as Cole, or he's not as good as Kendrick.
Or he wanted to just experiment.
Which is fine too.
Nothing wrong with either of those.
And all of those things could be true also. Absolutely. And I could see him being like, I'm gonna just do something completely different. That they can't say, kind of to your point, like, they can't talk about Kendrick next to me right now. They can't do that. We also need to point out the fact that we don't know when this album was really supposed to come out.
I don't give a fuck about that. I'm sorry. You can finish. I don't give a fuck about when it was supposed to come out. Because that's a rumor too. They're saying that Universal dropped the album before it was ready, before Drake was ready to release it, which I don't believe. They said the same thing about Don the One.
Oh, I wasn't going to say that they released it before he was ready to. I was going to point out the fact that he released it right after Beyonce said that she was going to put out an album in July. Okay. And so my assumption was that perhaps he did not want to come out when Beyonce was... Right. That's what I was trying to get at, is that Beyonce is huge.
Yeah.
And I don't think anybody wants their little dance album to come out when Beyonce's album comes out. So
now that's who you compare Drake to.
So I assumed that, and I've heard a couple people say it, but I assumed when he all of a sudden, like, you heard about Beyonce somewhere between midnight and I would say 7 a.m. And then a couple hours later, by mid-afternoon, Drake was like, Album tonight. I don't think that was a coincidence, is the only point that I was trying to make.
No, that's good. And that's a good one. And that's also a good person to compare him to.
Sure.
That's a huge pop star.
Mm-hmm.
Put them over there.
Okay.
I'm saying let's do apples to apples.
Mm-hmm.
You don't hear anybody comparing Rakim to Michael Jackson.
Because that doesn't make sense.
It doesn't make sense. And that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense. Drake's not a rapper. He's a pop star. Now, I don't want to hear any more excuses. This is not about Drake fans only. A lot of fans do this. Somebody drops an album. It's mediocre. It sucks. It's not that great. It's not as good as their last album. And people want to make excuses. Oh, nah, you got to listen to it in the club. Oh, nah, you got to listen to it in the stadium. Oh, nah, you got to understand what they was going through at the time. No, I don't.
I agree with you. I don't think that where you listen to something, I think that it could be, I think that we have visceral reactions to certain things in certain spaces, right? So if you hear something in the club, the reason why today I like to listen to things like Laffy Taffy and, I don't know, Swag Surf is because I was in the club. I was in college and I was in the club listening to that music. I have a visceral reaction to the music when I hear it now because it takes me back to a time where that was great and that was fun in my life, right? Yeah. It elicits, it fires off memories for me.
Sure.
And so, yeah, like that happens.
Sure.
But I don't think that, what's my train of thought?
People need to listen to things in certain places.
I don't think that people need to, I don't think that I have to be in the club to hear that.
Nope.
I think that it's the associations that we make that make us think that, oh, in the stadium, this, and sure, if you're in the car and you're blasting something, the energy you feel, and again, it's a personal feeling, it's a personal connection that you feel towards music. That is why I think people say those things. But you don't have to. No. First of all, everybody doesn't have access to a stadium to go listen to fucking Kanye Donda just because Kanye said that it was cool to listen to it in a stadium, or it's better to listen. Then make music for people who go to stadiums.
Let me tell you something.
That doesn't make any sense.
In 1997,
shit irritates me.
Life After Death came out. The big smash single all over the radio and anywhere and everywhere you went was Mo Money, Mo Problems. Mm-hmm. In 1997, I was a young buck. Same. In 1997, I was all of 10 years old.
That was my shit, though.
And I didn't listen to hip-hop, a story for another time. Mm-hmm. But when Life After Death came out, when Mo Money, Mo Problems came out, it didn't matter if I was at home. It didn't matter if the stereo was on. Mm-hmm. It didn't matter if we were watching MTV. It didn't matter if I was outside playing with other kids and a car passed by. It didn't matter where the fuck I was. When Mo Money, Mo Problems came on, everyone and anyone lost their mind.
That is a really good example because that's true. I think that's a universal thing. I don't think that's just you. I think a lot of people would say the same thing about that.
Because quality music is quality music. It doesn't matter if you're on the train, a plane, a bus, on the toilet bowl. It doesn't matter where the fuck you are. Quality music is quality music. And I'm going to put an asterisk here. Mm-hmm. Music is subjective. Yes. Mm-hmm. Music is art. Mm-hmm. Yes. But you know why y'all niggas is acting like that? Because y'all know the shit didn't measure up to the bar. That's why y'all are saying, oh, nah, but you got to put on the AirPod Pros to really understand. No, shut the fuck up. No, we don't. You got, no, but you can't, you got to understand. You can't listen to this on headphones. You got to listen to this in surround sound. Shut the fuck up.
I agree with you.
If it's quality music, it doesn't matter if I put the phone to my ear. It doesn't matter if it's playing out my laptop. It doesn't matter if it's coming out of a car, because it's quality music.
The apologists irritate me.
But that's the thing. It's not an apologist. It's an excuse. It's not, hey, I'm sorry that it's not so good. Hey, he's having a hard life. Right? Hey, listen. Right now, life is really hard for him.
The excuses
irritate me. So this album, you got to give him a little bit of leeway. No. I could even understand that. Because I'm a fan of some artists who've been through some wild shit. And I'm like, I could hear you really going through it on this album. In fact, let me tell y'all a little secret. And I'm going to quote Nas. Nas once said, they say the artist who truly suffers, his shit is the best.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense.
You know why? Because all the pain and suffering is bleeding out into the music. Mm-hmm. Why the fuck niggas love Mary J. Blige?
Oh, because she feels what she's talking about.
It don't matter if you're having a great day or the worst day of your life. When you hear Mary J. Blige,
she takes you right to that place.
She takes you to the exact place that she's at.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
God bless the dead. DMX, when you put DMX on,
DMX is a good example.
Whether he is praying or partying, he takes you to that exact moment. It don't matter what you're feeling. You could be having the best day ever. When that nigga says, I'm ready to meet him, I'm ready to go, you like, damn, I'm totally here with you. Mm-hmm. I'm ready to meet him too.
Well, that's good music.
And when that nigga come on and say, y'all gonna make me lose my mind, you ready to wild out. You know why? Because it's quality music.
Yeah, good music is... Yes, you're right. It's subjective, but also there's some music that is hard to debate. It just is. But unfortunately,
they gotta stop.
people make these, and I agree with you. I don't like the excuses. I don't where you listen to it changes. No, it doesn't change the music.
No.
Maybe you hear it better. Maybe there was maybe there's instrumentation that you weren't catching. Maybe there's, pieces of the beat that
right.
you might pick up better.
You didn't catch an ad lib when you heard it on the speakers, but when you put it in the earbuds, the ones that's like all the way in, you're like, oh, I never heard him say fuck y'all.
Right.
That was so low. The big speakers, the bass was drowning out fuck y'all.
I think I think that's what happens with music. I think that's how the environment affects what you're listening to. But in terms of the actual music, whether it's good or not, music doesn't change because you changed rooms. If I listen to Drake's album in this closet, it ain't gonna change the fact that I listened to it out there and didn't like it.
You gotta have women around you. You gotta listen to this when you smoking some hookah.
That's so dumb. You gotta have women around you to like the music. Well, what?
Let me tell you something. I don't like Laffy Taffy, but I get the same feeling if I'm on the shitter and someone is playing Laffy Taffy, and if I'm in the club and someone plays Laffy Taffy. No disrespect to y'all. I know somebody this your favorite shit on the planet. It's not my cup of tea.
I feel attacked because
it's not my cup of tea. I mentioned it because you mentioned it.
Because I mentioned it.
I know, and that's why I'm using the same example. But my point is, it was a smash.
I feel personally victimized.
It was a smash. It was a slap. It was a hit. It still is all of those things. It don't matter where I'm at. It doesn't matter. When I hear It Ain't No Joke by Eric B. and Rakim, guess what? It don't matter where the fuck I'm at. I still get the same feeling. I don't have to go listen to it on a boombox the size of the two of us and carry it on my shoulder to rock out while I hear it. No. I don't need to listen to it like that to feel like it's 1988 again and I'm rocking out to it. No. Stop the fucking excuses. You don't got to listen to anything anywhere. No. Just call it what it is. Listen, this wasn't the best one. I am a huge fan of many artists. Mm-hmm. I quote people all the time. All of my favorite artists, they have songs that were not good. Yeah. All of my favorite artists who have more than 3 albums, they probably got an album that wasn't the best. They probably got an album I don't even really like that much. Even all of my favorites. Yeah. And that's okay. It's okay. Mm-hmm. You don't have to make excuses. Let it be what it is. Stop trying to fight niggas with excuses. Because real niggas don't do that.
But people do it because it's Drake.
People do it because it's an artist they like. Because they do it for any artist.
Okay, yes. But I think that Drake gets even more grace.
Because he's got a bigger fan base.
Because he's Drake.
Because he's got a bigger fan base.
Yes.
The smaller your fan base, the less people are going to do that. Drake has a lot of people batting for him. He has a huge fan base. So yeah, of course that's going to happen. But same thing. Jay-Z had albums when Jay-Z was quote unquote the man. That niggas was like, sorry, Jay, this wasn't the one. We wasn't out here like, oh, nah, but you got to understand. If you don't listen to this on the train when you're having a bad day, then you won't like this album. Nigga, shut the fuck up. It just wasn't his best album. That's it.
Good music shouldn't. You shouldn't have to wait for a bad day to appreciate good music, because the good music, like you were saying, should take you back.
Yeah.
To that bad day. Yeah. You shouldn't need to actually have one in order to appreciate music.
If Mary J. Blige No More Drama comes on, I could be having the best day of my life.
More drama.
I could be having the best day of my life. Exactly. You still gonna feel it right here.
You feel it in your soul. You do.
It don't matter what kind of day you having.
You do.
If More Money, More Problems comes on, I'm sorry, More Money, More Problems comes on,
money.
It don't matter if I'm having the worst day of my life. I'm still BIGPOPPA.
No info for the DEA. Federal agents mad because I'm flagrant. Tap myself and the phone in the basement. My team supreme, stay clean. Triple beam, lyrical dream. I'll be that catchy see at all events. Bent gas on holsters, girls on shoulders. Playboy, I told you. All right.
You see?
Right.
She's in the closet. It doesn't matter where she was. If she was on the shitter and heard that, she might have fell off the shitter, but she probably would do the same thing. I'm giving extreme examples to prove a point. Quality music is quality music.
Okay.
I don't want to hear any more fucking excuses because you're a fan of the artist. If the shit ain't it, yo, it's not it. That's okay. If you're a real fan, you'll still be there for the next thing.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
And I know this is a long pod, but we have one more thing to say. Speaking of excuses, Meg Thee Stallion did another interview. We're not talking about this shit anymore.
No. I'm not talking about it. You're
until
not
a verdict comes out.
Yeah.
Until there is a verdict.
Or a dismissal or something.
Until there is a final decision in the court proceedings, we will no longer be discussing it. Because there are way too many excuses. There are way too many games. There are way too many media tricks.
I don't know why she's still doing interviews.
But we will not be discussing it here.
And this is not a reflection on believing anyone or anything like that. This is just it feels like we shouldn't be a part of it. Like it shouldn't be this. It's too much chatter going on.
It's just a lot.
And it's too much. Yeah, we don't need to continue to discuss it. I hope that they come to the conclusions that they need to come to. But yes,
it's too much. Right. And at this point, we've already given y'all 40 minutes or an hour of the interview last time with Gayle King. Mm-hmm. We don't need to do this every time that one of them speaks publicly.
Right. Y'all can go look for that if you're interested in the magazine interview she did recently. But it's
over for us.
Yeah, we're not.
Like it's over for Drake. Oh, my bad.
You think? Let me ask you something then.
What's up?
You say it's over for Drake. Do you think that
I'm being a dick. I don't think it's over for Drake.
No, I want to ask. Do you think that Drake comes back? He's here, but Drake comes back
to hip hop,
knocks it out of the park.
A hip hop album, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Then what? Then do we get to talk about him next to the other guys again?
Sure.
Okay. I don't know that he'll ever do that, but
I don't have a problem. My thing is, let's compare apples to apples. I'm not gonna compare what Future does to what Nas does.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. And so I'm not going to do that every time Future drops an album and then Nas drops an album in the same year or in the same 2 years and be, oh man, but
well, that's what we do.
The Future album had 10 hits. Nas
culture,
only had 2. They don't do the same thing.
As a culture, that's what we do.
But and that's part of the problem with hip hop.
Yep. I say it all the time to you off
pod.
I say I don't understand why we're comparing these two people.
And I don't want to hear it anymore.
It frustrates me because it's like, one, I think that we're allowed to like two different artists.
Absolutely.
So the comparison is moot as far as I'm concerned. I think that in hip hop there is an element of competition that is just like built into the culture, and that's why
that's where it stems from.
Getting into these conversations. But really, if I want to listen to Cole, Kendrick, and Drake, I'm free to do so.
It is your right to do so. And I don't have a problem with that.
Better than the other.
I don't have a problem with that. I listen to a wide range of hip hop artists. I have no problem with that. My R&B is from way the fuck back all the way till today. Right. I don't have a problem with people having range. You should have range. You should seek what makes you happy.
Right.
My problem is if we're going to compare, then it should be apples to apples.
Right.
That's my same beef with some of the past Verzuz battles. It's like, oh, you have a person who does some totally different shit than the other person. Why is this a battle?
A lot of the Verzuz battles didn't make sense, but
but that's what I'm saying. Like, I still think one of the best. I think one of the best battles was really a party, which was T-Pain versus Little John. It was a lot of the same stuff because T-Pain has very R&B based records, but he's got a ton of up-tempo party, rock to music, and that's what Little John does. It was a party. You could put it on right now and clean your crib, or right now pour some drinks, shots, whatever you like, and have a blast.
Yeah.
It was a great battle because they did the same things. But you can't compare fucking people who do different shit. I'm not gonna sit up here and be like, oh man, is Aerosmith better than Linkin Park? They don't do the same shit. Why the fuck are we having this conversation?
Right.
Because they're both classified in the same genre? No. And that's the thing. That is the problem. We want to compare people who don't have shit to do with each other. And it's really because that's who niggas like. Because really, when you get to the, let's say this is the top tier of hip hop, when you start going down, niggas don't do that. No. Who do they compare Talib Kweli to? Don't worry, I'll wait. Who do they compare Dead Presidents to? Don't worry, I'll wait. Who do they compare UGK to? Don't worry, I'll wait. It's only when you get to a certain tier that they want to start playing the comparison game.
That's true.
And I understand why. But I also understand that then it needs to be apples to apples. That's why I personally don't compare Biggie to Pac.
Oh, I don't.
It's not apples to apples. Even if you want to do albums. Pac has 9 million albums. Biggie has 2.5.
Yeah.
I can't do that.
That comparison has never made sense. But,
unless you're going to say Pac's first 3 albums against Biggie's first 3 albums, then maybe we could have a conversation. But if you tell me discography versus, how can I do that?
It doesn't make sense.
But we do that all the time.
But again, yes, it's a culture of we need to be able to stack 2 people against each other.
But then it needs to be people who do the same stuff.
Sure.
Don't tell me Bow Wow versus Biggie. Don't tell me Bow Wow versus Snoop Dogg. They don't do the same stuff.
Bow Wow would be offended that you said that.
I know. I know he would.
He would be so. What you mean? I can't be in the same conversation as. Okay, put some respect on my name.
But it has to be people who do the same thing, or at least in the same realm.
Right.
If J. Cole was doing sing-songy albums, if J. Cole drop an album tomorrow and it's on some sing-songy views type shit, then I say, okay, now let's compare him to Drake.
Right. Yeah.
It's not what J. Cole's doing. J. Cole's last album sound like some I Gotta Prove Myself to Y'all mixtape. And it's fucking bars heavy. Even though there's melodic stuff, there's some sing-songy, but it ain't the Drake shit. So then we can't keep comparing these niggas.
I agree. I think
so. No, I don't think it's. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
You laid it out, and I'm not disagreeing with that at all. I think that's absolutely true.
Yeah, like niggas want to compare passion fruit to apples, pun intended. Like, no.
I see what you did there.
I try.
I see what you did there. Well, any final thoughts?
I think I said more than enough.
I think you said a lot, but if there's something else you want to say, this is the time to do it.
I look forward to reviewing Beyonce's album for y'all next month.
I look forward to hearing your review.
I like to give it. You know what I'm saying? Yo, fans, please stop. Seriously.
Yeah.
And listen, some of y'all who watch this and will see this video, you're fans of Drake. Don't call me.
Don't call me.
Don't call me. Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
I got friends who are huge Drake fans. Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments.
If you call me, I'm gonna cut you off and say, hey, put it in the comments. Because I'm not gonna do this. I'm tired of the excuses. We wasn't allowed to make these excuses. Like when they were comparing Jay-Z and Nas during the Ether takeover shit, Nobody was giving up any leeway. Nobody was, hey, but you have to listen to it under these conditions.
No, nobody was doing that. I remember
having this kind of day, you can't.
And hashing out these battles.
I remember niggas was like, yo, you got your CD? Okay, let's pull out the CD.
Right. And
let's go track for track. Okay, track one.
I remember all of that.
Track two. What's the single on that album?
No,
okay,
I remember all of it. It wasn't the same. And you're absolutely right. People gotta stop. Come
on.
But yeah. That was good.
Thanks.
That was good. Okay. Well, this has been the longest episode of Let's Have a Real Conversation.
Is it? I feel like the Will Smith one was just as long.
Maybe. Anywho.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
And listen, if you agree, let us know. If you disagree, let us know. If you love Drake, more power to you.
And please feel free to find the Justin Timberlake video and stitch it on
TikTok.
On TikTok, or duet it on TikTok, and find us. Send it to us.
LHRCPOD.
Yeah, because I would love to see someone
do the real thing.
Do the real thing, or do the Justin thing. Honestly, I don't mind. I'd watch either one.
I don't want to see that. Don't send it to LHRC Pod. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Just jokes.
I'd be interested in seeing either one.
JK LOL.
LOL smiley face. All right, well, that's been another episode of Let's Have a Real Conversation.
10th episode. Woo!
Episode 10. Yes.
Listen, thank y'all who have made it to 10 episodes.
Thank you so much.
If you just got here, welcome. Welcome aboard.
And come back. Please.
Bring a friend.
Bring a friend.
To the House of Hip Hop.
Or a few to the Church of Hip Hop.
That's right.
The Church of Hip Hop. The Church of Hip Hop of Big Papa Saints.
We got to work on that one.
Yeah. Notorious Saints.
The Notorious House of Hip Hop.
The Notorious House of Church of Hip Hop. You keep saying house, but
I like house better than church. The Notorious Temple. We're going to work on it. If you have a suggestion for what we should call the Church of Hip Hop, put it in the comments. Let us know what you think we should call it. And who should have a book in this a chapter? Well, no, it's books, right? It's books within the Bible.
Christopher,
because they say
Sean, the book of Christopher, the book of Sean.
They can't be next to each other, though. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm not saying Verzuz.
I'm kidding.
They don't have the book of Nasir.
Definitely the book of Nasir. The book of Sean Carter.
When I said the book of Sean, that's who I was talking about.
I thought you meant Diddy.
Well, I thought about.
You see why it gets tricky?
I thought about
when you use first names.
The book of Sean.
But if you look at the spelling, you would know. Because Hove is SHAWN and Diddy is SEAN.
Oh, so then we're good.
But if you're just saying it though.
Yeah, but
like if I say turn to the book of Sean, chapter 4, you're not gonna know which Sean I'm talking about. You could be in there reading can't stop, won't stop, and I'll be reading Cough Up a Lung, Where I'm From, Marcy's Son, and you'll be wait a minute, I don't. Which page? He said page 6. I don't.
Let us know what you think. And we'll see you guys in 2 weeks.
Peace out.
Bye.